Welcome, friends, it is I, your host, Oscar, and it's time for the Sunday vlog. Now, in the background, you will see that we are playing HearthStone Arena in the back. You're going to see me pick my cards. You're going to see me get all the wins I could, and then you'll see the final loss. If we showed the entire thing, it would be a very long video. It's already an hour-long video. But it's still pretty good to see what I could do with the deck I made, and then get to see how I failed to use it correctly in one game. While the other two, I probably got run over horribly. At this point, I don't remember. It's a lot of matches. Let's talk about Smite first. So, let's talk about Erez's spoilers first. I'm sure that's the first thing you want to listen to. So, Erez's spoilers. He has spoiled that the Mana Core is going to be in an arena, and it's going to be an NPC. Whether or not it's just going to be in the stands or actually be a unit is yet to be known, but the Manticore is returning, it looks like. So, we'll see about that. Also, Geb's coming out, and he may have a shield from Erez's thing. There's going to be a change to the minimap position, not sure about that. Now, a new arena is coming out. It's going to be graphics for sure, at least. Whether there's going to be the new mode that's been rumored or not has yet to be seen. He's already said he's thinking of maybe having a stronger unit that you have to protect. If it gets to the other side, you get more tickets for. Maybe that's the Manticore, who knows? And also the chance of having the Fire Giant spawn randomly around the middle area, maybe even the buff camps. So that might be very interesting to see there. They're also working on more consumables. They've killed the double damage consumable because of how Hebo was able to one-shot an entire team on his own. So they're like, no, forget that. That is really not good, so they're not going to do that. And the skin coming out release is going to be Pool Party Poseidon. Huh, interesting. That should be interesting to hear and to see. And that skin will come out at release, it looks like. And release is in March, so we'll see about that. Also, according to Erez, our player numbers are still growing wildly and should be expected to keep growing as it goes on. And that's a good thing. Want to see more players in Smite, the more the better. Now, Geb's going to be a Guardian. Can't wait to see how that goes. Really want to play him. You know I'm going to play him. As is the usual, everyone's going to try him in the jungle at least once. I know I will. Good chance he's not a good jungler. There are no really good jungler Guardians. Ymir has mixed results. Like, it's doable with Ymir, but he needs help. But he has a great gank on him. Athena's doable, but needs a lot of help as well. Hades jungle, we pulled that off. That was amazingly hard to do, though. It required a miracle. Like, Hades jungle is strong late. It's weak at the first 10 minutes, at the first 10 levels, though. So it's definitely not something to recommend. So really, Guardians aren't really a jungle thing, but you can do it for the fun of it. And it can work out if you have the right teammates for it. I'm going to at least try, but whether I record or not will be decided later. Most likely, though, we won't really know if Geb will be a solo kind of god or a duo god or what until he comes out on Wednesday. And future plan here is we're going to go ahead and try to do a stream right after the patch notes with Bart so that we can discuss the patch notes. That way, I get a feel of what the community feels about the patch notes, how they feel about what changes are happening, how they feel about Geb. That way, I will have a better opinion, and I can talk about community opinions when I do the patch notes the next day on Wednesday. So we're going to try to do that. So I will put up a Reddit post at some point in the future saying, after Bart, we're going to do a stream so that we can discuss this, hear what everyone has to say about everything, so that we can get a better consensus on what the community feels about everything. I think that'll be a good plan, so that's what we're going to do. And hopefully it works out. Other things Smite related, our comedy Smite idea is coming together right now. It should be out sooner than later. I can't wait for that to come out. I really like what we've done with it. As far as the helpful series is, we're still trying to figure out what we could do to make it. Like, I can think of like 2 different series. I want to see if there's a way to combine the 2 of them, so we can have one big, really good series to help people out. And just do better with it. Something that covers a specific god at a time and just explores them well and has just good ideas on how to play that god or how to build and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to find the right way to present it and do it so that we can help out the community in that way. Now, we of course have the battle videos, which are meant to show that already with the ones we do Monday through Friday. Is just so everyone wants to play a god, build them and already there, and we have fun with that. But I think we can do a deeper version of that already. So I'm gonna keep looking at what we can do for that, because we see me do some mini guides before some matches. That's when I'm very positive that they can work out. Go fetch Fenrir, all my developing Arachne builds, various builds for different gods depending on what they are, and whether they're good for Arena or for Conquest and stuff like that. And that's the only time you'll see it is for Arena and Conquest, whether I think a build's good for or not, or if I'm just showing just how well you can play a god. It's different. Sometimes it's just showing how well to play a god, sometimes showing the build that works out for that god. Like you see with all the Bastet games, at this point I'm positive with that build, so we see the same build every time. I'm just trying to perfect her. Same thing for Arachne, we see me do the same build a lot, because I'm just trying to perfect them. While there's other guys I'm experimenting with builds, like Go Fetch Fenrir is a pretty good one, Tanky Fenrir is good, and stuff like that. So not every video has a guide at the start, especially of course the assault ones won't, of course, because they're assault. They're not gonna. But I want to see if we can do a more focused kind of mini guide kind of thing, and at least make it weekly or so, and maybe it'll take the spot of one of the other videos. We'll see where we go with that. But I'm still working on that one. Now the solo guide has come out, as you can see. I had a Reddit post. It didn't do too well, the Reddit post, unfortunately. I don't have much Reddit presence. I should do better. There's not a lot of people on Reddit like me, so we don't really get many votes up or down. We're just somewhere in the very low middle area there. So I don't know how I can get better at that. My posts are always just trying to be helpful, and I guess they don't really grab attention, though. Well, what are you going to do? Like, you're just trying to be helpful. You're not criticizing anything. You're not... I don't know. I don't know how I can do better there. If anyone has any ideas on how we can do better at Reddit, then go ahead and make those suggestions. Because I don't really have much of a Reddit presence besides just putting out these videos of, hey, we got patch notes here, or hey, we got this or that. For me, I use Reddit as a, hey, here, we're doing things, check them out. Not really a place to... well, it's usually a place to complain. Reddit is a really big place to complain, and sometimes they give props to things, but a lot of the time it is a complaining place, and I don't really have much post to put there, and I don't really care to fight the tide that's complaining, because we see those posts very often. It's like, why try to fight that tide? I think it's just try to do better through actual playing than actually discussing it on Reddit, because there's not really a discussion going. It's usually people getting shouted down. But the ones I see is people getting shouted down and getting voted to the point that you can't even see their posts unless you click that button. Not a lot of people want to do that. So I don't know. Also, I got into the shoutcasting a little bit. There will be a link on the one shoutcast I did. There is some sound quality issues we could work on to make it better. The Twitch is recorded through Skype for that shoutcasting, and there's got to be ways we can do that better to make us sound crisper on Skype as it gets recorded into Twitch. We sound kind of hollow there, and we got to find ways to make us sound better in that. But I think we did fairly well. Got to review the Twitch and see where we can do better. I could name abilities more. I could fumble names a little less, because I did say the wrong names a couple times. I could say ability names a little bit more, but I do feel like you should say the descriptor of the ability more so than the ability. Like, my example is Apollo's so beautiful. Like, okay, so beautiful. What the hell is that thing? If you say Apollo's mesmerized, I think that's better than saying so beautiful, because everyone understands what a mesmerize is. Not everyone understands what so beautiful is. That's the way I see about it. So I should learn more abilities, but I feel like some abilities should just be the descriptors of the abilities, not actually the ability names themselves. Or if you want to fill all of it, you can say he mesmerizes with so beautiful, which is a little too long to go with when you're going play by play with everything. But we'll see how that goes. Gonna practice some more at that. And so Smite scrims, they right now they're doing it every Thursday and Friday at 2:30 p.m. PST, 5:30 EST, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Thursdays and Fridays. Not Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays and Fridays. It'll be 2 matches, one after the other on Thursday, and then Friday another 2 more matches there. And I'm gonna try to shoutcast at least one of those 2 days, so I can get better at it, and I can bring you guys over so you can check it out. And yeah, that should be fun and interesting there. Just trying to learn more skills to get better at being an entertainer and just doing more things for the game and stuff like that. And as we sell the solo guides out, I gotta eventually work on the mid guide and the duo guide. I don't know when those will come out. These guides take a lot of work to get into, especially because we make so many other things, and we have our ambitious projects we want to work on as well. Last thing I want to say about Smite is I am definitely concerned about I might be overthinking, but I am concerned about my reputation in Smite and my presence there, and I just don't know what I really am to people there. I hear rumblings that people don't really like my builds, and people in the game box don't like my builds. Higher level people who know who I am, they don't really think much of me. I'm like, well crap, I don't know what to think right now. My focus is on the lower to middle level players and to help them get better and get farther up there, because this game can be really discouraging for people as you make mistakes and just get beat on. And I don't want you guys to just get discouraged and stop playing this game. I want you guys to keep playing the game. That is the real purpose and focus here. I want people to get better at the game. I'm not helping you get pro. I'm helping you get better at the game, and you'll find the pro yourself. You'll find your way to pro. I'm here to make sure you don't lose your way before that point. That's really the focus there. Helping new players become good at the game, helping beginners get even better at it, and helping intermediates find their way on their own. That's really the focus I have for what we do here. That's why I don't try to say too many advanced things too often, because I don't want to make anyone overthink anything. That's why the Jungle Guide has a lot of information in there, but I think we do a good job of presenting everything well and not giving you too many advanced thoughts to think about that could screw you over a little bit. Because if you overthink what you're doing, you will get killed and you'll have a hard time, and maybe you'll just be miserable with that role, and that's not what I want. Same thing goes for the solo guide. There's certain things in the solo guide that I omitted because I feel like beginner to middle should only be playing a specific way, and later on they'll find those more advanced ways of playing the game. I don't want you to try to do it now, because the advanced moves at the beginning level will get you killed. Certain things at beginner level do not work because that's just the way it is. The thing about the meta is it only works if you're fighting the meta. Pros against pros meta works, and then when they break the meta, they mess each other up. That's good. If you try to use a pro meta at the earlier levels, you'll get beat because they're not following your rules. They're following their own rules, or they're not following any rules at all. And sometimes that's rock, paper, scissors. They beat you that way. That's just how it is. The meta always has ways to be broken, and sometimes people doing random things will find those breaks on accident or on purpose, and you will lose because you followed the meta too hard. That's really what happens. A soft meta is fine. General idea of you should be playing with these certain kind of things. Yeah, that's fine. But you always should not be 100% to a meta, because if you do, you'll just set yourself up for failure because you're not innovating. You're not trying to do something different or new. You're just staying stuck somewhere. Soft meta, I think, is better because you get a general idea of what you can work with, the malleability of things, and you'll be alright. But if you just are too rigid, then you'll just get stuck in the past and you'll die there. And I don't want that to happen. That's why I don't try to really shove a meta down on anyone, just general ideas that can be improved on in the future, and players will find their way to that. And that's really what I'm doing there. And I don't think people understand that. And that, I don't know, it's partially my fault, and that's just the way it is, I guess. And I don't know, and I worry about it, because I feel like we should be not respected more, but put down less, I guess, and given at least a little more thought to what we're doing here, I guess. I don't know. I'm worried here. People scoff at who lost Scarface, and that worries me a bit because I don't want us to just not reach people. I want us to reach as many people as possible. That is what's important. We want to help as many people as we can. I don't care about the pros. I don't care about higher level players. I care about those who want to learn. I care about those who want to get better at this game. I want everyone to get better at this game. I want the skill floor to rise. That's what I want. That is what I want to see. And I'm trying to help with that. But because I am down in the lower area, not with the higher level people, I don't get as much visibility because of that. And I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong because I'm doing it that way. But that's the way I want to do it. That's what I want to do. I want to help everyone get better at this game. And there's got to be a better way to do it, I guess, because I just don't feel like I'm doing it right now. And we got to find it. I just don't know what it is. And that worries me a lot. And I might be over-worrying, but I am worried. We'll see how the solo guide goes. We'll see how the lightning round goes. Should be coming out soon with Duke. Duke's a lot of fun to work with. Duke is a good guy. Really enjoy working with Duke. I hope I work with him again in the future in something, because Duke is just a fun guy to work with. He really is. I just never know if I can say about Duke. Dude's just awesome. I like a lot of the high-res people, but Duke is definitely my favorite person. Like, teach their own. Like, not everyone likes Bart, not everyone likes Kelly, not everyone likes this or that person, but they all have their quirks and they all have things about them that people can like about them. That's why they have fans. That's why they have people who like to watch them. And that's how it is. They're just enjoyable people in their own ways. And that's you gotta give it to them for that. I don't dislike anybody. Like, I watch certain ones, I don't watch other ones. But that's just me, and that's only me. I'm not gonna say never watch this person or that person. Never gonna say that. Unless they're complete and total a-holes, I guess. Like, if all they do is just scream anger at people, then of course I'm not going to want you guys to see that. But for the most part, as far as I know, all streamers are pretty good at the game. They do get heated at times, but that's just how the game is. But everyone has their place that they're trying to do for Smite and just get better at, and this and that in different ways. And that's all good things. All good things. I guess I just worry too much, though. But, alright, so let's talk a little bit more, and then that will be it. And then there's going to be like another 40 minutes of HearthStone to watch, which it's pretty. If you like HearthStone, just keep watching it. I think it was pretty good. Trying to work with what I got with. Of course, I'm not a very good player, so y'all will be facepalming quite a bit, I'm sure. Let's talk about the channel now. Shadow Warrior came out of nowhere, of course, from the one shot, and we have a lot of fun with that. Now, Shadow Warrior, because it is the current LP, has pushed back the next LP. And our big project has to do with the next LP. So because of that, the next big project isn't coming out for a little while. Which is a good thing because it gives us more time to work on it now that New Year's and Christmas is over. So we can work on it and really make it good and I can't wait for us to work on it. Still, I keep saying that, but I can't wait. There's a lot of potential to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's just going to be awesome. It's just going to be great. And now, since the solo guide's out, I do need a favor from everyone. I need everyone to spread it out as far as you can. Solo lane is a difficult lane. It can be very boring. It can be very exciting. It can be a lot of trouble. And we want to see people get better at it. And so spread that out. Help people get better at the game. And that's important. Always help people get better at the game. And this is something I am trying to push for. Something I really want to this is the way I want to do things. And you need to put the link to this. And I saw this the other day. Also reminds me of Mr. Rogers. That is kindness. Not everyone here believes in kindness, but I think kindness might be the right way to do things. And I need to work on that because sometimes I just get annoyed with things. But kindness. There's a man named Dave Kellett. He used to work for Mattel. Now he does a webcomic he's been doing for nearly 10 years called Sheldon. And he does a lot of comedy stuff, and sometimes he puts some very profound things. And today, he wrote something very profound, and we're going to have a link to it. And I will just read it right now, and I think this is something very much worth following and thinking about. You are not alone in this. The night times where you've turned and tossed, the daytime battles fought and lost. The roads you've walked, the fears you've fought, the price you paid so dearly bought. Is fought the same, is walked as well, is paid as dearly plain to tell. By all those moving on this earth, from their first day of hard-won birth. This world is hard, it eases few, and all lives feel it same as you. So let one thought invest your mind, to every human life you find. They're just as pained, they're just as blind, their burdens are as much a grind. My friends, we cannot say it enough times. Be kind, be kind, be kind. And I think, not everyone's going to want to follow that, but I think kindness is always the best way to go about things, and I could work on that myself. I can go about things a lot better. When I give out advice to people, sometimes I do it a little too sharply. Like, you can see that in some of the matches where I say, use the ultimate this way, instead of this way. Like when on me with the Changa match, I said, Changa, you should be using your ultimate for groups, not for finishing off this one guy we're all beating up on. I could have said, your ultimate is better utilized in a group fight, or maybe you should use it in the group fight instead of finishing a player off, or something like that, but presenting it softer. And when someone's a total douchebag to me, not react to them, but just mute them and move on. Although it is fun to make jokes back at them, it is fun to burn them. What does it really do for me? Anyway, it makes me feel better for a minute, but who cares? All I've done is made an enemy out of the player. Maybe they'll still be an enemy if I just mute them, but maybe they won't if I just leave them alone. That's really what I think. Like, kindness can go a long way, and I think that is the better way to go about things. And at the center of it all, that is really what I would rather be anyway. It's just a kinder, better person towards everyone. People are bad at this game. That is just how it is. But they don't always have to be bad at this game. They can be improved. And it is up to those who are willing to help them get better at the game. That is simple as that. So that is what I am here to do. I am here to help people get better at the game. I am not here to make anyone pros, and I'm not going to say I could make anyone pros. No one can make anyone else pros. They can give advice, but it's up to the player themselves to become a pro. Like, they can follow the pros, study how they play, and it'll help them get there. It really will. That's a good way to go about it. But I'm not going to say this is how you become pro. I'm going to say this is how you become a better player. This is how you become a more effective teammate. Teamwork and being a better player is more my focus. That is the way we've gone about it. This way I'm always going to go about it. And I think that's just the way to do it. I'm never going to say, I'm a pro player, this is the way to be pro at it. No, never. Even if I got into Platinum League or something like that, I'm going to say, wow, I got in Platinum League. I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. But I'm never going to say I'm some pro. I'm never going to say I'm better than anyone. We are all in this thing. We're all having fun with this game. We all have good games. We all have bad games. And a little understanding, I think, goes a long way for everyone. And I'm rambling at this point. I really am just rambling at this point. At the end of the day, I think kindness goes a long way, and that's just the way to go about it. But because kindness is softer, it is not as hard as some of the other ways going about things. It's not as noticeable and obvious as other ways. Maybe I'm getting lost. Maybe I am getting lost in the scheme of things. And I worry about that. And if that's what happens, crap. If that's really how it goes, crap. But we're going to keep chugging along. We're going to keep pushing. And this is the way we're going to do things. We'll find ways to improve through the way we do things. But that is how we do it. That's how we're always going to do it. We're just going to keep... What am I saying, for God's sakes? What I'm saying is this. We're always going to be here. We're always going to work hard. we're going to do things our way. But that does not mean we're going to be bullheaded about it. If anyone got suggestions to help us get better, we'll do it. We're just going to be here. We're going to be working hard. And it will always rely on some help from everyone else. It's going to rely on the word being spread by y'all. And rely on us doing better, advertising ourselves, doing better, making better content. If we build it, they will come is always a good way to go about it. And we'll just do our best, always. And let's make a difference, people. Let's always try to make a difference in this game, or in anything else in general. That's enough for me and my ramblings. I had fun making this vlog. Hope you have fun listening. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.
My shield for Argus!
Shields up! Hey, give me a minute!
I hear you got a problem.
Well played.
Hello. I got this. One shot, one kill.
Someone call for the doctor. Well played.
Versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
Bring the pain.
Shields up!
What we do. That didn't quite hit the mark.
I got this.
Job done.
What we do.
I wonder.
Summoning portal open.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Well played.
Thanks. Well played.
Malfurion!
I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
I agree.
Someone call for the doctor?
done.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
May my ancestors watch over me. May my ancestors
I don't have enough mana.
Job's done. Job's done.
The light shall bring victory.
Let the hunt begin.
Greetings.
In the light's name.
Greetings, traveler. ancestors watch over me. Get in there and fight, maggot! I wonder.
I hear you got a problem. Problem solved.
Well played.
Thank you.
Job done.
Well played.
Thanks.
Tazdingo! Yes!
with me, friend.
What you looking at?
I am master of magics.
Someone call for the
Job done.
I smell blood.
I must consider.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator. Pass me that arc light spanner.
Job done.
It's time for a little blood.
Hey, give me a minute.
Job done.
Join or die. Or both.
Well played.
Well played.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Job done.
Well played.
Well played.
Rexa! Malfurion! I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
Job's done.
Someone call for the doctor.
Shields up!
Job's done.
Where shall I strike?
Job's done.
Are you ready for this?
May my ancestors. What you looking at? What to do?
Silver Moon shall not fall.
I hear you got a problem.
Bring me steel!
Problem solved. Problem solved.
Job's done.
Where shall I strike?
Job's done.
You love my new recipe.
Well played.